knockdown, the call wasn't right, and you looked a little perturbed. And then you went off and hit some nice passes and got to the line a few times. It looked like it took you to the next level.
Well, yeah, I mean, all the bumping and the grabbing and stuff like that, I expect it. That's playoff basketball. Just got to keep your head. You gotta play through it. Sometimes the refs gonna call it, sometimes they're not. So, it kind of got me going. I love the fight. Been in a lot of battles, so that kind of excites me.
Rip, it seems like you and Derek have been fighting all season long to try to get on the court together. You see him go down. What goes through your mind? You guys have been trying to figure this out up until the playoffs. Now the playoffs are finally here, and he goes down with that kind of injury.
Well, I think, my heart kind of dropped. Anytime, you got one of your brothers, kind of going down on the floor, it's tough, especially, with the game, we having a nice little flow in the game and things like that. So it's tough. So, the biggest thing is right now we just, wait for the results and hopefully he's good.
Did you talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him.
Okay.
Well, like I said, you just want to stay positive. You just tell him that you pray for everything goes good, and you really can't say anything about it until you actually go get a picture.
And Rip, you got 26 solid minutes in. Do you feel like you've maxed out, or do you think can you play a lot more quality minutes?
Well, like I said, I can play a lot longer. I think Tibbs does a great job of just managing minutes. I think that in the fourth quarter, the game kind of got away, so it really wasn't no need for me to play in the fourth quarter because I thought that Kyle did an excellent job, shooting the ball and things like that. But that's our team. We're deep. When you really ain't got to log a whole lot of minutes on this team when you got other guys coming in and playing as well as they are.
How were Derek's spirits when you talked to him?
Well, like I said, I think at first, it's kind of scared everybody, not just us, but the whole city of Chicago. So it's tough. His spirits right now is good until we see the results. So hopefully everything's good.
You kind of live for this time personally?
Playoffs. Yeah, I mean this is the time. It's all or nothing. It's win or go home, win or shut up. So it always excites me. I love the battles. I love the fights. I love that you can't take any possessions off. And and every game is a dogfight. I've been in a lot of situations like this, so it excites me.
Rip, on the subject of your chemistry with Derek, there was a play where you had a 2-on-1 break, and you must have passed the ball back and forth about 4 or 5 times. You guys looked in perfect sync at that. What were you thinking?
Well, like I said, I think that anytime you're playing with a great player, and Derek missed a couple shots, and my job was to try to get him easy layup. And when you're running up down the court, that's just knowing the game and knowing your teammate. And he takes so much. Like the defense is always looking at him. So anytime you can get a guy like him easy buckets and easy layups, it makes a big difference in the game.
A lot of questions about why he was still in the game. What would you say to some of those people who are asking, why were some of the starters in the game still? Joakim Noah came back in with like 2 minutes left. Tibbs answered and said that he doesn't think backwards like us, saying that the score was going the other way. What would you say to those questions?
Well, like the same thing. I think that Philly was making a run. And in playoff basketball, you never want to give a team confidence. So, if it's having your starters in or whatever, when you got a team down, you got to try to keep them down. You can't try to let them get back in the game. And they made a little run, so, we needed guys out there that can put the ball in the basket.